down the stretch, your defense has played extraordinarily well, especially in the second half. Is there something that we can take from that? Is it just, as you said, continuing to play hard, or what?
I think, we've made some pretty good adjustments. We started doing some pressure stuff that helped us. And when you get a lead and you got some, you can make a team a little bit more one-dimensional, obviously that gives you some advantages in the second half. I think that's probably happened. We've had, gotten them in some more predictable downs and some more predictable passing situations. And when you're playing in front, sometimes that gives you an advantage. But I think it's just a sign of the maturity of our team also. Last year was not a good year for us in that regard. We didn't play as well in the second half, and we've worked really hard in the preseason, and then all the time coming up to the season, and we've played better this year in the second half, I think on both sides of the ball.
They hit us, the two scores they got in the first half were both, kind of long plays. They got the punt, and then they hit us on the double move ball, on the deep ball. They ran 47 snaps to our 75 snaps. We don't have any more yards than they do, but, it was a strange kind of game of sorts in the fact that once they did get their running game going, then they kind of beat us down a little bit and started to get that going. But besides that, we didn't do quite enough on offense, didn't quite run the ball well enough. And, from that point, if we can't run it, it kind of puts us behind the 8 ball.
It's a team effort, and everybody keeps asking me, how we've gotten better and, progressed. And, it's truly a team effort. And I think, these guys could tell you, that's what's making us a good football team right now. And part of that is when somebody gets hurt or somebody comes out for a series and somebody else comes in, I don't think there's a whole lot of drop-off. And, we practice with, I hope, a sense of urgency and some intensity in practice, which, whether you're running first team or third team, when we start in August, you're competing and trying to get better. So when the time comes for action, we're in good shape. We got a lot of guys that are banged up that aren't playing at, really at top speed right now, but probably everybody that's in this playoff is in the same spot. But I just think it's just a matter of perseverance, but it's a preparation thing too, and knowing that it's going to take every one of us to win games each week.
We still struggle a little bit up front. We're not quite good enough at all our positions up front, and we're still trying to, work through some improvement there. We've got some good players up there, but we're not quite deep enough. We're not quite good enough through and through. And, we end up having to do some things to try to run the football in a little bit of an unusual way sometimes. But at the same, and this is a work in progress. We still the football team from 2012. We just hadn't quite gotten, as improved as we need to be, I guess, to handle some of these situations, especially when you have some adversity like we did when we get those easy scores.
It was a tough loss, We didn't come up with the win eventually. My career here, it's been a fun run. Coming in, being my 5th year, went out with a bang. I love each and every one of those guys in that locker room, and to the coaching. We fought from beginning to end. And all we could ask of those guys was just give it their all, and they did. They did just that, and we stayed together throughout it all.
I had a very successful career. Got 3 championships out of 5 years. I'm blessed, man. This is a school for me, and I'm always going to support the school, and I just really love the school.